until it goes live. See, there it goes. Now it's going.
Now we have sound.
Now we have sound, and now we'll be live. So, and welcome to the Barrel Buddies. I'm James.
And I'm BJ. Welcome back to your weekly booze, news, and reviews. It's 4th of July.
This is where you have the eagles flying by and the fireworks. Yep. I feel sorry for all those suckers in England that have to work tomorrow, and we're off blowing a small hole in our country as we celebrate our independence. Have fun working, England. Well, there you have it. What a wonderful celebration tomorrow. I think this is probably one of the biggest drinking holidays of the year, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. And we've been prepping you unknowingly for this holiday with our pre-mixed cocktail review shows. So
yes.
Hopefully you've been watching along and you've been learning a little something about buying cocktails that are pre-batched and if they are good or not good. And we've got another one for you tonight. We have got the Glenlivet.
This, when I saw this on the shelf,
boom,
and I looked at you, I'm like, is this what I think it is?
Oh, yeah. And these ones are really cool because they're like the Ramune.
Yeah. The Ramune.
As soon as you twist them, they shoot and inject the cocktail mix in.
Yeah, so it has this nubbin on the top where the cap is, and it says twist and mix. And it is the Glenlivet New Manhattan, made with Glenlivet single malt Scotch whiskey and natural flavorings. Perfect for sharing. 40%.
Does that make it a rusty nail, though?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think it does.
I think it does. It's a rusty nail, not a Manhattan, because it's Scotch. And the Glenlivet Old Fashioned, which, while not totally technical, because it'd have to be made with a honey simple, I think this really makes it a penicillin, not really an old fashioned. So we've got a rusty nail and a penicillin for you tonight. They've really crapped the bed on the naming. Which
do you think so, or do you think that there's going to be some faux flavoring in there that you're like, ooh, they were definitely trying to
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. We're here to tell everybody if it was worth it. Price point. Let's get that out of the way first, because it was like, was it $15.99 for one of them, and then we had to go to another store and it was $20.99.
Yeah, $20 and 15, 16 and 20. So yeah. I mean, let's just say $20 a bottle.
Yeah,
and these are
what,
375s?
Are they?
Yeah, these are 375s.
Yeah, I guess they are.
These are 375s.
So what makes you think that it's a penicillin and an old and a rusty nail?
Well, a rusty nail.
Oh, because it's made with Scotch.
It's made with Scotch.
Oh yeah, duh.
And a penicillin is made with Scotch.
Yeah. So these can't be an old fashioned or
yeah.
That's strange, right?
That's why I said they kind of shit the bed on the naming, but
I wonder if there was some issue with like copyrighted names or something.
Well, here's the thing. How many people are going to go and buy a rusty nail and a penicillin?
Yeah, I'm sure.
How many people are going to buy those versus an old fashioned, which is a hot drink right now, and a Manhattan, which is all over the shelves? We saw Manhattans all over the shelves. They're a big, hot deal. Nobody's buying those. So I think that this was just getting into the mainstream. We brought out the Freedom Funnel tonight. The Freedom Funnel. And if anybody actually joins the show,
Uncle P says hi, guys.
Hey, Uncle Punky.
He says not me, so he's not buying either of those either.
You wouldn't buy a penicillin or rusty nail.
To be fair, those I think are fairly obscure cocktails because they don't really use Scotch. Isn't known as a huge
right.
mixer.
This is America, as we've established at the beginning of this show.
And I think to kind of fall in line, I guess you could say, with some of the other companies, you have to have a competitive product, and you probably have to label, or they're like, oh, well, we got to call it the same thing. And I wonder if that's going to translate into this taste, which kind of worries me a little bit. Like, did they try too hard to make it an old-fashioned whiskey where
I don't know,
the Scotch throws it off, or vice versa?
Well, we're going to find out.
We'll get there. We're going to get there.
We got a couple of news stories for you. And because it is 4th of July, we brought out the Freedom Funnel. And if anybody cares to throw us a little something in the super chat tonight, we'll be drinking America's beer.
How about this?
Busch Light Peach.
We'll do a Freedom Funnel for every $20 we get. If we can get like a 20.
I really want to do a Freedom Funnel.
See, I really don't. That's why I'm trying to like make it to where
I think you're
there's, like,
making it a challenge.
I'm making it a challenge out there.
I really am all about
Where
it.
like I've
but
just been eating. We have some like chips and salsa here that I've been like pounding. That then we
very
have this,
American of you. On a Taco
we have this
Tuesday,
hard Mountain Dew tall
we
boys
definitely drank
that
some
we've
hard
been
Mountain Dew Tall
drinking.
Boys. Also,
This is
very American.
not a good combo.
I love it all the way
for-
around.
Then followed all up with a good bush
America, heck
Light
yeah,
peach.
that'll be
Mm.
refreshing.
Yeah. So the first news story that I wanted to mention that I thought was pretty interesting.
While you do that, I'm
Yeah.
gonna prepare for the
Sure.
the action shot. So you mentioned.
Yeah. And then it looks
You
like
want to
some
start
of
with
this
the
ice
Manhattan or the
melted.
old fashioned? We're gonna start with the Manhattan.
Manhattan, bruh. So, yeah, there's a little bit of water in there in those cups, but we have
no more.
iced our cups, get them nice and ready. So Buffalo Trace, apparently at Costco, there has been sightings around the United States of Buffalo Trace shooters of little guys, little Buffalo Trace bottles in like 12 packs, 8 or 12 packs. We get the Vanna. It's been a while.
Oh, here's what the bottle looks like, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. So it's Spirit Drink, New Manhattan, 40%, perfect for sharing. And then show that like lid, how they have it like that Ramune style.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do the action shot.
Yeah, do the action shot here.
Oh,
look at that. Look at it go.
changes the color drastically.
So it was like a syrup that was in the top there, as expected. And then I think
so you can kind of see it.
I would put that on and maybe do like a back and forth, maybe do a little. And this is ice cold, so we refrigerated it. Yeah. And we're going to shake it up a little bit. That was a very good action shot, though. And
really into the bottle.
Yeah. So anyway, they have these little shooters at Costco, and they're a big hit. So everybody's looking for these little, just how like the Blanton's ones, I think, are a lot of FOMO on those.
They're just
guys.
they're just little like airplane bottles, right?
Little airplane bottles of Buffalo
What?
Trace.
At Costco they come in packs of like 10?
Yeah, I think at Costco, like, I don't know, it's some even amount, 6, 8, 10, 12. I don't know off the top of my head, but be on the lookout for it. Yeah, this is interesting. Look at that. It's like a little.
Oh,
it doesn't smell bad at all.
Okay, it smells.
I get the nose. Of
smells like potpourri.
Hold on. Oh Lord,
It smells like potpourri.
That's grandma's. Like that's like you went to grandma's house and you really had to go to the bathroom and you're like, all right, there's a bunch of potpourri in the back of the toilet.
And you shake it up.
And you shake it up and you smell it.
You're
This is
shaking up potpourri. That's what it smells like. Ooh, this could be bad.
Yeah. But I was looking at the gizmo
little mechanism.
I'm looking at the whiz bang here. Huh. Yeah. It's not as. Oh no,
All right.
it is strong.
So the vermouth, I'll tell you, in the rocks glass, the vermouth is.
Ooh.
Why'd you take the syrup straight? What's wrong with you?
Okay, let's get into this. Cheers. Oh boy.
Sorry, I really derailed your Buffalo. Oh no, you told the Buffalo Trace story.
Whoa, that is not playing around.
Damn, boy. I like that so far better.
It's not terrible.
I kind of like that better than the one I made.
Like that potpourri isn't really well.
It's there, but it's not bad.
It's not bad. This isn't bad at all, but it's strong. Like I think this is so far this has been the strongest.
That's a damn
premixed
boy
beverage that we've had.
40%.
Yeah, I think the most that we've had was like in the 20s, maybe 30 on
Ooh.
the 30s, but this is the big.
That's a damn
whopping
boy.
40, where it's literally straight up Glenlivet, and then you're just putting that additive, like an additive.
I kind of like that.
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I don't know what bitters they're using.
Well, and I think that's where you're getting that potpourri, kind of that potpourri element.
Yeah, it could be the bitters. Like it's probably just an aromatic, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Man,
I don't hate this.
I
kind of like it. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like this.
I like, and I'm gonna go
I
back.
kind of like this. I like the cinnamon.
Here's the thing: it has like no nose, and maybe we're just because we're drinking it cold, but it says drink. I think you drink cold.
Drink it cold, yeah.
It's like a cocktail, so you put it on the rocks.
I'd leave this in the freezer.
Yeah,
I like this.
it's not Terrible.
I like this. For $20, I like this.
That's the thing, right? Like, you want to talk about getting the party started? You have one of these. You pregame with one of these.
Couple of these
before you go to the bar. Before you go to the club.
We kind of bought this at at a gas station. This first one we bought at a gas station. We're not gonna lie, we bought it at a gas station.
We were just on the random hunt, as most of you guys know out there, guys and gals, that like we go on the hunt, and we like to just kind of pop in some random stores. In this place, we were actually, so I'm on a personal mission to find the newly released Welch's Grape Juice Vodka Transfusion canned cocktail.
That's right, Welch's Grape Soda.
And apparently it tastes just like childhood and just like Welch's Grape Juice. So in our adventures, we could not find the grape. However, we found they do a Welch's Cranberry Vodka.
Welch's Cranberry Vodka.
So they take Welch's Cranberry and add vodka to it. So that may be a show for another day if it lasts, if it will make it until next week's show. But so far, man, that is decent. Like I don't want to say good and amazing, but it's
I'm not what it's
growing on me.
I'm not ready to commit to good and amazing.
Yes.
Best Manhattan we've had on the show.
I'm giving it like a 7. I'm giving it like a 70 already. Like I'm just gonna go straight to a score.
I'll tell you,
I like 75.
I don't know that I have a score for it, but I will tell you I like it better than the Manhattan I made. If I had to rank it, I would say this one, the one I made, and then the 1792 is at the very, very bottom. Like it's far below the rankings.
Man, and you even get some of that Glenlivet peatiness. Like I get like a mild,
it's not like smoky action.
It's not like super heavy peat, but there's like a mild peaty smokiness on the back end.
You got that single malt barley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
this.
And
let me see the box. The box is kind of cool what they come in. So
so
the Manhattan we scooped up wasn't in a box.
Yeah, they had removed the box.
Came in a cool little like sidecar box there.
Read the box off, Jimmy.
Yeah. Let's see what it says here. So simply twist the cap to mix the cocktail flavoring into the Glenlivet single malt. Ready for you to enjoy over ice and perfect for sharing. The Glenlivet has always been about original thinking, setting new standards and finding unconventional ways to deliver single malt taste experiences. The Glenlivet Old Fashioned is a high-quality cocktail that can be freshly mixed in the moment. And then it says, this Old Fashioned, well, this is what they're saying about this, has a smooth and silky palate with hints of orange, cinnamon, and nutmeg that complement the fruity style of the Glenlivet single malt. Imported by Glenlivet, obviously, 2023, product of Scotland, 375 milliliter, and it's at 40% or 80 proof. And they show that it is from the Glenlivet distillery in Banffshire. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Across the pond. So
here,
cool.
Give the honors of making up an old fashioned here.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do the
give the old squirt.
Oh yeah, you once you get to a certain point, it shoots right in there.
It's like real adventures of inner space.
And then we'll just do a little, back and forth here, shaken not stirred, So
hey, you're real good at that.
Well, I try to retire and be a bartender. So we'll kind of let that one sit. Finish this.
I mean,
this is getting the party started.
I like it. I like it.
I think here's that's the good. Thing, though. There is like and I don't know if that's like kind of
a good rusty nail
or like I said burnt tire, like a burnt something in there that maybe that's just the weird potpourri.
I think that's the bitters. I think that's whatever bitters are using.
If you're watching, which I'm sure you are, avid watchers of our show, that you may want to tone that down or change the bitter profile a little bit. It's a little much.
I'm good.
I think that they were trying to mask a little bit of that Glenlivet flavor too much. I think they went a little overboard with the bitters in there. That's my one bit of feedback. If I had to give some feedback, but very decent. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10.
No nose.
Yeah,
I'd give the nose a 1. I'd give the taste a 3. I'd give the value. I'd give the value a 3
I
too,
give
and
the
that's where
value
I'd
a
sit.
3, right?
I'd sit, and I'm not. Am I blown away? I mean, I'm blown away, but not enough to give it a blown away bonus.
Yeah, I'm not giving it a blown away bonus, but
I am blown away about how good it is.
I would
I
definitely.
was expecting to take a giant dump on this.
Here's the thing. I think this is a good thing to take to like a party or an event. Like you'll get people talking because it's cool. That Ramune thing like is very unique. Like that way that it mixes the cocktail.
Very unique.
Excuse me. I've never seen it done like that, except in one of those like Asian
weird.
beverages.
Every single time I like twist it and move the spirit in and out of the little cap here.
Yeah, more
of the syrup and the mixer kind of comes out. There we go. That's pretty clean. Are you ready? Over the teeth, over the gums. Look out. Stomach, here it comes.
I thought you were going to Michael Scott it there, but you went the official. All right. So how's the nose on this one?
I didn't take it out of the bottle here.
Ooh, that's strange. It's like latex.
Very orangey. It's like orange candy. No, take it out of the bottle.
Orange candy.
Orange candy, like orange slices.
Oh, that's super orangey.
It's super orangey, like orange slice candy, like old school, old person orange candy, which I love those. I love the orange slices.
This one I'm not a huge fan.
Ooh, but I don't like the nose and the glass. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
Ugh.
And I'm sure everybody's gonna be like, well, you just poured it on top of the leftovers of that.
Nah. All right. This is gonna be a weird flavor to describe, but I know you'll know it. It has like a brewer's yeast smell and flavor.
Yeah, like you're in a brewery, like as they're
got like
they're boiling the mash.
Like it's got some yeast action in there, which I don't love.
I think that's like the faux nutmeg. I think there's like a artificial nutmeg. Wait, didn't they say that's what
3-sip rule though? 3-sip rule.
3-sip rule. You're right.
And I'll tell you, my second sip was way better than my first.
So it says, this old fashioned has a smooth and silky palate with hints of orange, cinnamon, and nutmeg that complement the fruity style of the Glenlivet.
Okay.
Why is it fruity? I don't know.
I think Glenlivet is known as fruity. I think it's fruit forward. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How many sips have you had?
2.
Go in for your third and really chew on it. The yeast goes away.
Mr. Dial says time for the Freedom Funnel.
Oh, you got $20 on us?
So, yeah, if you didn't catch it earlier, Zach, we said we're only
$20 to us,
Mr.
Dial?
$20 super chat donation.
You super chat us for the $20, and one of us will definitely Freedom Funnel.
That orange slice like candy.
It's a little overbearing.
Definitely is there, and it's overbearing. It's kind of overpowering.
So it's the simple. So whatever simple they're using.
Yeah.
And then
it's almost too much. They got to tone down this spice level and all that. Like I think they're onto something. But it's too spiced.
But I don't hate it. I'm going to be honest.
I mean, it's
when I think about, but hold on. Sure. I want you to put this up against 2 others. Now, you should like where this discussion is going to go.
Okay.
I want you to put this up against 2 other old fashions.
Okay.
Pre-mixed, bottled that you've had. And I'm going to put it up against the Horstadter's Slow and Low. And I'm going to put it up against the Schiller and Handy, or Handy and Schiller, that we had last week.
Just FYI, I'm going to have a delivery in a couple of minutes of food, and I'm going to have to run off to pick it up. So just saying.
That's fine.
You're going to have to take over for a few minutes. I might as well get it out of the way now before.
So I want to get your thoughts on this, and then I can give mine while you handle whatever food delivery you got coming.
So
I hope it's fireworks.
There's actually somebody messaged me out of
Don't say anything.
I'll keep it very vague. I didn't partake. They messaged me from a group chat and said, "Hey, they have a truck that they drove in from like over the hump." I'll just leave it at that.
Uh-huh.
And they were like selling out of their like truck some U-Haul.
It was a Helados truck.
That's all I'm gonna say. It was
a
like a
Helados
Pollos
truck.
Hermanos with
Pollos
just
Hermanos.
a bunch of M80s and what do they
That
call
was
them?
a
I think
mortars.
it's juguetes. I think it's what
Nah,
fireworks.
some
I don't
black,
know.
some black cats.
No, this was like the stuff
Some
that'll like
whistling
blow your hand off.
straights.
Yeah.
Anyway, so of those three,
Yeah.
where would you put this? Of those three, hold on. Of those three, which one would you be inclined to drink first?
Can you give me my options one more time?
Again,
really
the Horstadters, slow and low,
which I did not like. Just
the
FYI.
Handy and Schiller that we had last week,
Okay.
and this.
Handy and Schiller is first place.
Really?
This is second place. Slow and Low is third place.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. I was very impressed last week. I thought that, and maybe because we were just comparing it to that 1792 one, where it was like anything's going to be better. This was actually really good. I thought that one, as I'm talking about the Schiller one.
Sure.
This, in comparison to that, I think there's too much spice. If Glenlivet is taking some feedback, if you just pull back the spice elements, if it's the bitter or that nutmeg or the cinnamon, if you cut it by 20%, 20%, I think if you tone back on the mix, because this is all faux syrup in some industrial factory, I'm sure, that puts together some capsule of artificial flavoring.
This very potent
you've got to either proof it down, like water it down 20%, and I think you have a winner. I just think it in its current state, it's too much.
Interesting.
Do I enjoy it? Yes. Do I love it? No. Is it decent? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm floating. I think the Manhattan is better, and I'm floating at around 65 to 70 for this one and 75 for the other one out of 100. It's kind of where my score is falling.
Interesting.
Right now. Is there any other way I could improve it? Like, let me take another sip here. It's really strong, and it's the flavors are strong. Again, I think if it was pulled back about 20%, like I don't know if you tried it again.
I think the wrong flavors are strong.
Yeah, yes, that's a good way to put it. There is a sweet orange, kind of like a chocolate orange, candied orange flavor,
which I like.
That I think is spot on. But that cinnamon and nutmeg addition, or whatever that grandma's potpourri is that's in there, has got to get pulled back. I think that's the bitters.
Try that. Real whiskey drinkers are going to be real pissed at what I just did.
Huh. That's actually better.
Of course it is.
Better.
Because I just added Michter's rye.
Oh, of course. You just put a Michter's 10-year. Like,
Michter's 10-year rye in there.
You totally just turned this into like a suicide.
It's delicious.
Like you walked into a 7-Eleven, you walked into a distillery, and you're just like, take your glass. And oh, and you're like, oh, and don't forget the Slurpee. You're like, what just happened?
I need to wheeze the juice, man.
Yeah, like, why is this like
no
gray?
wheezing the juice?
Why is it gray? I mixed all of it. Okay.
All right. So here's what I would say.
Yes.
I'm going to pose the same question to me.
Yes.
And I actually think I like the Glenlivet Old Fashioned mix better than the Handy and Schiller.
Okay. One more time. You like the Glenlivet more than the Handy and Schiller
I would say
Old Fashioned.
I would say this mix first.
Okay.
Then the Handy and Schiller, and then the Slow and Low. And I like Slow and Low. I personally like it for what it is.
I know.
I like it for what it is.
Hochstadters, please get in
Horstadters.
Please get in touch with BJ.
You know, they used to make
brand ambassador.
Hold on, they used to make
a
100 proof,
region.
And I think they should bring back the 100 proof. They only make it at 80 proof today. They used to make a 100 proof version, and it was so good.
I can't believe you know this.
And
it
was
here's my
so
problem.
good.
I keep going back to it. I'm going to be honest with you. When I mentioned latex earlier, I think there's a weird rubbery latex taste to this.
I smelled that, but I never tasted it. I got it in the nose.
My senses, I don't know if they're not heightened, and I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying that I get that, and it's not helping. Like, I don't know if that's maybe from the plastic that it's stored in. Maybe you're getting some
Yeah,
of
I mean,
that.
it could be, right? It could be from the plastic cap. But I do like this. Here's where I would change my scores a little bit, and I think my scores are going to be very similar. Because
Sure.
I would say on this, I like the nose. I think the nose is a 2. I think the taste is a 2. I still think this is a good value.
It is a
and
good
I'm going to put it
value.
at a 3.
And it's fun. So here's the thing, regardless of
I think I would tell people to buy this.
So if it tasted terrible and if we gave it like a 4 or
It's
a
going to put me
5,
back at a 7 out of 10.
see, I wouldn't recommend it. But since I think it's passable, it's decent, I would recommend it for the kind of the gag factor alone, because I don't know that I can really take this seriously in any form or fashion. However,
can we change that from the novelty factor? Because
Yes.
the gag factor makes it sound
the
like you're going to
novelty
be
factor,
sick.
the novelty factor.
Thank
I don't
you.
mean gag.
Thank
I meant
you.
like a gag gift.
Yeah, I appreciate
right?
that.
Like,
I appreciate that.
I think there is a novelty to this
Yeah.
that you take this to a tasting. I think people are going to love just everything about this. Like this concept and packaging and Glenlivet, this is awesome. Like this is what the craft cocktails, premixed cocktails should be doing. Like I love this idea of having a base. Like think of like if Buffalo Trace did this, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
you'd have your Buffalo Trace base and do the exact same thing with your mix. I don't know what you want to call that,
Sure.
but that is such a cool, hey, everybody watch this, you know?
Oh, yeah. I think the talking concept is cool. The party concept is
really
cool. The novelty is very cool.
Yes. And I think
and
that
it
almost
tastes
gives
good.
it kind of gives it like more bonus points, right?
Right. And
We
it
kinda
tastes good.
overlook. Yeah. It's not foul. It's not terrible.
Oh, it's better. Again, I'm going to put it out there. It's better than a lot that we've had. Is this a better? I think the ultimate question is this a better old fashioned / penicillin than we could make? And that's an easy answer. No.
I want you to bring that up. So you just mentioned penicillin and rusty nail. Did we want to address that? Because that is the kind of the elephant in the room here.
Sure. So the rusty nail thing is easy. It's the
Yeah.
exact same cocktail as a Manhattan,
But made with scotch.
Made with scotch. The penicillin, it's a little different. I will say that it is a little different. The penicillin is Scotch whiskey. It is a simple syrup that is made with honey rather than just regular sugar or demerara. So you've got honey and water that makes that syrup, and lemon. And so it is a little different. You still have that citrus, sugar, and whiskey element, okay? But it's not the same, Avi. It's close. It is very close. That's the only elephant in the room that I would say this is. But I would say it's close enough, I think, to a penicillin that's where I would probably more compare this. Now I feel like maybe I have to make an old fashioned with scotch or with a Glenlivet just to really, see how that is and see how it goes. I see what James had delivered, and I understand now what the preparations prior to the show was about. I'm very excited about that. Did you order Pancit? Yes. Right, nothing like Filipino food on the night before our Independence Day. Delicious. That's right, Filipino food for the win.
So my guy there too, he likes whiskey, so I had some samples.
Yeah, he didn't want to stick around.
I asked him. I said, "Do you want to jump on the show real quick and hang out?" He has to run. He's making more deliveries. He's trying to get like this food thing going. Like
so, anyways, all you missed was just the difference between those cocktails, and I just said that a penicillin is effectively honey syrup, lemon, scotch.
Yeah. So like
an old fashioned is orange, cherries.
So why is Glenlivet doing this?
Again, I think so. That's a great question, and we talked about this earlier, and then Uncle Punky already answered the question.
Yeah.
Would the American audience buy in the market a rusty nail and a penicillin? And the answer to that is no.
He's right.
They would not.
He wouldn't.
And it's because that is not a known cocktail. We don't know that cocktail.
It's not well
unless
known.
you are a true barfly. Unless you're somebody who understands the cocktail culture, somebody who obviously hangs out and studies and understands, cocktail and culture,
Right.
and knows what those are, you wouldn't know what those are.
100%.
I think Old Fashioned is on the hype train right now. I think a lot of people are on the hype train.
They
I
are.
watched a ton of
It's
social
huge.
media about
It's been that way for like 5
Old
years.
Fashions are the thing, right? And I think Manhattans are on the come up. It's like it's the thing that we're recommending in social media and kind of across the world, that if you're going to order a martini and you don't like martinis, gin and vodka,
Yeah.
you can order an Old Fashioned and still have that highbrow, raise the eyebrow edge and look cool.
Right.
And I think that they're just capitalizing on a hot market.
Jackie Black, what up, man?
That's
Glad
my
you made it.
Overall, I think they're
Been a
doing a
while.
great job, and I will just
Yes.
give props.
No,
Glenlivet,
and that's
you're
the
doing
thing.
great.
Like, and Glenlivet,
These are good.
I think you nailed it. They're doing it because of the marketing
These are good.
shtick and what's popular right now. But technically, these are not the names of these beverages.
Right.
Like, these are not the names of these cocktails, which I almost would say they should have said that. They should have said, hey, here's our rendition of an Old Fashioned. However,
well, and it could be.
And they could have made a cool story around it. However, in some circles in the bar, in the bar community, it's called a rusty nail.
Right.
Like, that's a cool little
This
fact.
is actually a rusty
Not some
nail.
bullshit. How every, I'm going a little rant here. How every distillery makes some stupid story up, like, oh, in the hills of the mountains where all of our stuff is made from an aquifer and tastes like smooth and silky. Nobody cares. Throw some cool little fact on there. Say,
I think people
hey,
care about that.
Ish. This is our rendition of an Old Fashioned. They had plenty of box space to put this. Here's an Old Fashioned, what we're calling an Old Fashioned. However, in bar circles, it's called this. Same bullshit, different label, Jackie. I like that. And it's like, it's a rusty nail and a penicillin. We're going to call it an Old Fashioned and a Manhattan because we did X, Y, and Z. Just be open and honest with that on the label, because I think consumers will know it. And I don't think that hold on, how do I want to phrase this? They're trying to appeal to a mass market of consumers that are ignorant to the fact of what's in the cocktail.
Right.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, but that can be interpreted that way, because this is not, it's not an Old Fashioned technically. And we should have called this out at the beginning of the show.
We did.
I'm sure
we did.
We did. Okay.
We did.
I didn't know if we did or did not.
No, 100% we did.
Okay. But it is cool. And like, I like the bottle. I like Glenlivet. You guys are spot on. This is such a cool thing. And taking this to an event, like a whiskey share, or just like, you're going to go tomorrow to 4th of July parties. Go look for like we found this in a mini mart. Like it was just sitting there for
effectively a
$15.
gas station.
It was a gas station mini mart where they just had it, and they didn't have the box, but these
speaking
cool gold labeled bottles were there.
Speaking of Old Fashioned,
really,
just speaking of old, I'd like to make a cheers
to old teeth.
To old teeth.
No, seriously. Is that?
No, I'll cheers you, old teeth.
Shout out to breaking that tooth on a pastrami sandwich.
I hope it's feeling better. You chomp down on
it's healed.
You chomp down on that peppercorn real hard.
Hope it's healed, my friend.
Ow. My tooth.
Jackie says, marketing, a sucker is born every minute. Ain't that the truth?
Hey, thank you, P.T. Barnum.
That too, but it's true.
It's true.
I mean, I get it. And I understand that Glenlivet is trying to appeal to the masses. It's
sure.
It does nothing,
you need to, right? You got a shotgun.
Yeah, but it does nothing to help their brand. I think this is a way for them to kind of creep into a mass market of like your grandpa's scotch drinkers, and to like, hey, we do cocktails too, guys.
Well, I don't think that grandpas are necessarily. Well, scotches
aren't in,
term.
Dude. Yeah, like
man drink.
Yeah, scotches
it needs to not be.
Are not
hey,
bad.
Glenlivet and all you Scotch purveyors, talk to us, because it is a young man's. There's a young man's market out there. There is
definitely a young men's market out there
and we know the way into that market.
I do think that
because we were young men drinking Scotch.
Yeah, and I had no idea. Like, dude, I drank Dewar's for like 10 years in a row because I didn't know there was anything out there, and I regret those 10 years.
I was drinking Oban.
Well, that's amazing. But
I was like 22.
I was
like,
the one that got fucked.
I'm going to drink Oban. I love Oban.
Like, Dewar's White Label, where I was told that this was one of the best scotches around.
No offense, Glenn, but I'm not one that will say any Glen will do. I know Glenlivet is the Glen for me.
Jackie, we would only put a man bun on the bottle if it was like a tiki cocktail, or like no, not a tiki cocktail, like a Boulevardier or something. Really,
I love the Boulevardier.
Like
no, I did want to give a shout out. Because you know what today is?
What is today?
Today's my mom's birthday. So
Oh,
can we
happy
give
birthday,
a mom
Moms!
shout out?
Happy
Hey, happy birthday
Happy birthday
to the mom.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom, for having me.
Do you know what? Here's the thing. Like, so my mom's birthday is in between, right around like Christmas, right? And your mom's birthday is around 4th of July.
Yeah.
I think it's a detriment. It's a negative that having a birthday near a major holiday, because then it's always like, oh, don't worry. We're gonna have a big barbecue tomorrow, and that's gonna be your birthday party. Where it's like,
it's kind of true.
It's not really.
My mom did always have to share her birthday with 4th of July. I always share my birthday with Easter.
Yeah, that's another thing, right?
But I will tell you this: when you have your birthday around a big holiday, you always think that
Christmas
the preparations
the worst.
are for you, with the exception of Christmas. I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
But like, I always thought Easter was just an extra celebration for me.
Right.
Like, we hide eggs and do baskets and chocolate and take pictures and have a big dinner because of me.
Definitely not a Protestant holiday. I'll throw that out there.
Sure. No, it's not. No, you know what kind of home I grew up in.
Uncle P says it's Diane's birthday month.
It is, and happy birthday to Auntie
Very
Di.
Cool, yeah.
We did call and sing a happy birthday to Auntie Di last week. Happy
is it
birthday.
Belated or is it?
It is
up?
belated.
Oh, so happy belated.
It was. I think it was over the weekend. I'm sorry, I'm a little foggy, trying to remember. But happy birthday, Auntie Di.
Again, I'm sipping it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's good. It's acceptable.
I like it.
I'm okay with it. It was the first.
Mine also has the Michter's 10 in it. So
yeah,
I really like it.
I will say this, and I think it goes back to toning down the juice. If they pulled it in top feed, it's also Bobby Lee's and Bert Kreischer's birthday. Hey. Oh, it's us. No, you're saying that's us. Who's Bobby Lee and who's Bert?
Oh, I'm Bert, obviously.
You're Bert, and I'm probably Bobby. That's probably.
Hold on, I'll take my shirt off. Twist it around my head. I'm the machine, baby.
Those guys are great. I mean, I wish that we had that type of podcast where we could just shoot the breeze
someday.
Like we rely heavily on.
What do you call this? What do you think beverages. This is?
I know, but here's the thing: we rely heavily on alcoholic beverages.
Do you watch their podcast? What do you think they rely on?
No, but they're able just to like start up a show, and they don't need like some product. They're the product. You understand?
Listen,
what I mean?
They talk about alcohol and Zen.
No, they do. But people are watching the show for them. People are watching our show for what we're reviewing.
Wrong. People watch the show, sir, because of you and I. I'm guaranteeing you.
All right.
Nobody
I did
gives
speak. After I said it, I caught it. Okay.
About Glenlivet's pre-mixed cocktails that we bought at a fucking convenience store. Station. Nobody cares about this. They care about what we think about it. And that in turn thanks to us.
Happy 4th. Happy 4th to you, Top Feed, as well. Welcome.
Top Feed, it's good to see you, man. Welcome back.
Yeah. He said he's seen. So Top Feed said he's seen more Barrel Buddies episodes than Two Bears easily. All right.
Thanks, man.
Well, thank you. We appreciate.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Do our little bow.
Appreciate you for that. Yeah.
And we need to do a cooking show. I know we talked about that ages ago. We need to
we got to get chef.
We need to get some pairings. I want to do like a whiskey food pairing, like maybe like barbecue or.
Hey, hold on, I got you. Hold on, I got you.
Figure it out. I honestly don't know why I keep drinking this.
What do you pair with food?
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Not that one. Get that fucking shit out of here.
No, there's nothing wrong with a little
bonded Jack. That is wretched. You picked probably like my second most hated bottle besides that Mellow Corn and that Balmora. Everything. Don't get anything off the bottom shelf because I don't like.
I guarantee you. Did you say Balmora and Mellow Corn were your most hated? I guarantee you. The bottle, and I will not show it to everybody watching right now. But I guarantee you, I have a bottle that you hate more.
The Good Times bottle.
I have a bottle you hate more than that.
Everything I'm looking at on that bottom shelf behind me is all stuff that I
look down.
gag. Oh, that's one of the worst ones.
I know.
Don't even show the audience because it gets a lot of hype. He's smoking. Oh, pulled pork for the 4th. Oh, that's
very nice.
So.
Very nice.
We had a birthday gathering this past weekend where we had a friend of ours that just bought a Traeger. And
I got to call him out. Drew, you did great, man. You
did his first
so
brisket.
Good,
he did his
Drew.
first brisket because the birthday boy was like, I want a brisket. There was a lot. Nerves were high, like tensions were high.
Oh yeah, we got a happy birthday to Brad. Brad, happy birthday!
Happy belated. I know it was a couple days ago, but that's great. But anyways, they did a brisket. Then they kind of called me up halfway through it, and they're like, "We need your expertise," which I've only made like 5 or 6.
I've only made like 5 or 6.
But I think I have the recipe nailed down. I followed the Franklin's master class. I know it's kind of nerdy.
No, that's good.
But following the Franklin's masterclass, I think I've nailed down brisket. And again, that brisket was an 8 out of 10. For a first-time brisket, it was awesome.
So here's the thing. Good. You know the problem was
brisket's not easy. It's not easy.
Here's the problem. We were
from trimming it to smoking it to cutting it.
Here's the issue. And anybody that wanted to give pointers, here's the problem. We were all so hungry. It was so late.
Yeah.
We dug into that brisket.
That was
and
another
the
thing.
problem
was savages. Yeah.
We didn't let it rest long enough. Once it was out.
Yeah, it didn't.
Because we rested it in the oven, but it needed to rest out
UFC, the fight was almost over. We had to get it out to everybody.
Right.
Because it would have been fight over or
any of
brisket.
the pieces. I went back after the fight was over.
Yeah.
And I ate that brisket when it was done.
Yep.
And that was fall apart, congealed fat goodness.
It's great. And I always said that when it's at
it was great.
When you wrap it and you pull it at around 200, like 195 to 200, you put that thermometer in the meat, and if it jiggles around like butter or like kind of like loose steak fat, like I just said, you just kind of jiggle it around, you'll know. Because when you first put a probe in it, and it's like clay, but then towards the end of that cook, and it's jiggling
and when
around,
it's soft, and you can just
and I always tell people, don't go by the temp, go by that feel. You want it to jiggle around, then it's time to pull it.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
And again,
if it's 200, 203, 205, then so be it. Every brisket's different. We all know this in that world. You get different animals, right? Every brisket is unique.
It's like a single barrel.
100%.
Every one of them is unique and different.
Like a single. I love that comparison.
And after it rested, it was fall apart delicious.
Exactly. It was, and I thought
it just needed to rest.
It just needed to rest. So Top Feed's doing pulled pork. He's doing bun slaw and mayo for the slaw, barbecue sauce, and he got a Traeger for $150. He said it was an $800 Traeger he got for $150. So
whoa, smoking deal, man.
So I did that too. So I have a Pit Boss, one of the Pit Boss Pros, and mine fell off the truck on a Facebook Marketplace special, and I got it for $200.
We don't ask questions. We just take advantage.
We just take it exactly. He says briskets are overrated when you can have tri-tip instead.
I agree. So listen, I don't mind a brisket.
Yeah.
But I think there are lots of other better cuts of meat out there. And I agree. I love a tri-tip. When a tri-tip is seasoned well, and I've got a good rub and marinade for a tri-tip, man, I like a good tri-tip.
And we've been doing a lot of lamb over here too.
Like a good lamb.
Like grilled lamb, smoked lamb. Like it's just awesome. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like you get like a leg chunk, like a leg piece from the butcher, then you can like slice it up, you can kebab it however you want.
We got a lot more people in here right now. We just want to remind you that we've got the Freedom Funnel out, and we're looking for any donation. We got any donation into the
well, I thought Zach Dial. I thought Zach was going to be all in on that because Zach was watching the show tonight.
We've got a bush peach. We've actually got 2 bush peaches. We were hoping to knock back a Freedom Funnel. In the name of America, in the name of freedom, I rinsed it out. I rinsed it out.
What is it?
We wanted to shotgun a couple of beers in the name of freedom.
That's it. News team assemble.
That's what I say. Jimmy, I've been here the whole time.
I know. There we go.
So we just want to remind everybody that
it's out there.
That's out there as an option.
So, anyways, like wrapping this up about Glenlivet, guys, kudos to them.
I like it.
I would like them to keep experimenting with this. I think that they have something that can give them some more market. They can capture some more market share. And it's a decent product.
I think, I like this. Again, I'm going to give my scores are both going to sit around the 71, 72.
Yeah, I'm kind of right
out
there.
of 100.
Yeah.
I think these are good.
And let me ask you really quick.
And I would tell you to buy them. I think that if you saw these on the shelves, you could buy these with funsies, confidence.
Dude. Get it just for the
this
gag
would not
factor.
be $20 wasted.
Yeah,
this would be $20
$20
well. This is good.
It's worth it. It's worth it. What would you say to improve it? Do you agree with me that it's like a 20% pullback on the bitters and the spice?
So I would do nothing to the Manhattan / Rusty Nail. I wouldn't do anything to it. I liked it. I like that better than the one I made.
I can agree with that.
I wouldn't touch it. I think that's very, very good. And the old fashioned / the penicillin. Here's what I would tell you to do. I would tell you the super sweet orange, pull back and go the lemon route. I really think you need to go the penicillin route here.
Yeah.
The sweetness is great. Change the citrus from orange to lemon. And I think you need to go more of a cherry bitters to balance things out. And I think that'll give you more of a old-fashioned play on a traditional penicillin. And you're really going to like that. That's what I think will balance that out. I don't know what, again, I think the bitters they're using is maybe off. And when I say off, I don't mean it's bad. I just mean it's not great. That's how I would make it better.
I would 100% agree with you. And just to answer, we are pre-gaming on Hard Mountain Dews is what we
We did Hard Mountain Dew Tall Boys tonight,
which are 0 sugar, and they are 24-ounce 5%ers.
I drank a Baja Blast in case it was my Baja last.
He had the Baja Blast, and I had Live Wire because I never heard of it, but it tastes like orange soda.
Was it good?
Really? Yeah, it was decent. Yeah.
All right, I've got a great news story for you. You did a news story at the top.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got a news story at the end here.
Yeah.
The world's best bourbon, according to the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, has just been released. Forbes has released this today as of 10:57 Eastern Standard Time this morning. There were a lot of considerations, okay? In the considerations, and I think that this is interesting because you said earlier when I talked about this, you said they've been watching our show. And I said, no, this is just validation that we are just dialed in.
I think that, and this was what, Forbes?
This is Forbes.
I think that they watched our show and completely ripped off
Eric Offgang. Eric, are you watching our show?
Are you watching?
Leave us a comment below.
Come on, bro. I'll bring you on the show, dude. You don't
Leave us a comment below.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Listen, journalist to journalist, and I am going to refer to us as some journalists at this point.
Absolutely.
We'd love to chat. Okay.
Otherwise, we're just on this wavelength because his picks were awesome.
They're really good. So check this out. These are what was in consideration, and then I'll get into what was actually picked. Yeah. So in consideration, Blade and Bow, 1792.
Hold on, Blade and Bow is the one where I will fight you on.
I'm not saying you have to agree with it. I'm just telling you what it is.
Jackie Black says Hard Mountain Dew, isn't it terrible enough already? And then Toffee doesn't like it either. They were cheap. They were $2.99, and we wanted a pregame.
We needed a pregame,
and we needed a little caffeine.
They were cold. They were cheap. It was 115
cheap,
degrees outside.
Sugar-free. It's 115 here in Vegas. We were melting our asses off. You need a big cold drink, and this was like the best we could do. Right?
Well, it wasn't the best we could do, but it was pretty good. All right, Blade and Bow.
Whatever.
The 1792 Foolproof. The Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
Okay.
The Fireside.
The Fireside. I don't know what that is.
Called the Fireside.
All right, whatever.
The Old Hickory Bourbon.
Don't know what that is.
The Blue Note Crossroads.
Yes, shout out to Blue Note. Thankfully, you guys have been getting way more publicity than I expected, and it's so awesome to hear that they're getting.
Here's a Buffalo Trace.
What is Buffalo?
That is one of my all-time faves. The Eagle Rare 10-year.
Okay.
I'll
put it in the top like 25.
Yellowstone.
No, Yellowstone is garbage.
I disagree. I think Yellowstone puts out some decent juice.
Beam. It's Jim Beam.
But it's decent.
Okay, it's fancy Jim Beam.
Hold on. You ready?
Yes.
Would you rather drink Yellowstone or would you rather drink Benchmark Foolproof?
Benchmark Foolproof.
It's on the list.
We reviewed it and we liked it.
Larceny Weeded.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. The 1792 Sweet Wheat.
Yes.
And this is an interesting one.
What do you got?
Hold on, because I can't see it, but I know you're gonna know. What's the one that Corey's just did the pick with? Savage and Cook. Savage and Cook. Savage and Cook was also in consideration.
Their Bloody Butcher, which
was very good.
Was good, right?
I liked Bloody Butcher.
Yeah.
Bloody Butcher is made with Bloody Butcher corn, which is an all red corn strain, and it was like 74% Bloody Butcher red corn.
Yeah, so
very unique, very interesting.
Yes, and not to be confused with Jimmy Red Corn. First of all,
very interesting.
Bloody Butcher is its own variant, and Bloody Butcher corn is very difficult to grow.
Yeah, people hate to grow it.
And apparently, we have a reference to this. The majority of Bloody Butcher corn, guess where it's grown?
Illinois,
Pennsylvania.
Whoa, Uncle P, what do you know about that?
It's like a blood red corn on the cob, so that's where it gets its name.
It's like Indian corn. Look at that.
Here, we'll share it out. We'll show everybody here what it looks like. So this is what Bloody Butcher looks like. So hang tight. Hold on.
There you go.
Bam. So there's a stalk of Bloody Butcher corn. It's very red
already
corn.
I would tell you that is a small cob of corn.
Yeah, but it's very difficult to grow. It takes 110 days to grow. Like that's a couple of months.
As a labor of love.
It's a labor of love. 5 pounds. Look at that. 5 pounds of Bloody Butcher corn seeds.
It's ornamental.
$116.
Okay. So let's get into what actually won.
Yeah.
All right. Those were whiskeys that were in content.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what actually won. We're going to go through the top 5 regular bourbons and the top 5 finished bourbons.
Before you go into that, Uncle P says the sweet corn just got released out here and it's fantastic. So
I will tell you, Southern Pennsylvania sweet corn is very good. So I've heard.
Top Feed, you need to talk to Uncle P and get some sweet corn and some of your recipes, man. Get some of his.
Yeah, tell him to ship it out to you.
That's what you need. That's the good stuff.
All right, so this is where James said they've been stealing info from our show.
Yes, because they were like dead on to what we have said for months.
And again, all I'm going to say is
just that tuned in.
We're just that dialed in because we know.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you, we just know.
Yeah, okay.
Best straight bourbon finalists.
Yeah.
The George T. Stagg straight bourbon.
Yeah.
The Jim Beam Black extra aged bourbon, which I don't agree with. We've had Jim Beam Black. Remember that night we were in Reno and we bought Jim Beam Black and we threw it off the balcony of the 3rd floor and broke it in the parking lot because it was terrible.
The problem is we had too much pecan punches,
but it was still bad.
But yeah, it was still bad.
Brothers Bond Bottled in Bond straight bourbon whiskey.
What is that? Dog water. Get out of here.
They describe it as having a note of caramel, vanilla, and spice with smooth oaky finish. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never described anything as having a smooth oaky finish. I appreciate some oak spice, but oak spice is always a little rocky road. Here you go. Elijah Craig, barrel proof. C923.
Yeah.
Solid. What a solid
Such a good
barrel
pick.
proof. It's so
Guys,
so
if you can find
good.
that C923 still out there, it is so good.
That was the end of the season release.
Yeah.
End of the summer release for Elijah Craig.
Super tasty.
Those were very good. Scoop them up. And finally, in the finalist, rounding things out, something we have talked about on the show for years.
Yeah.
At $15 a bottle. Evan Williams Black Label. Heaven Hill Juice. Evan Williams Black. $15 a bottle. Delicious.
We have been screaming from the mountaintops how much we love Evan Williams Black.
I agree.
And I not to soapbox here, but again, friends, family, countrymen, speak with your wallets, please. Because prices have gotten so outlandish lately that sometimes I get so mad. Like I'll go to these whiskey events where these guys are waiting in line for a bottle release, and I'm like, dudes, why are you blowing your wad on like junk. Like they'll go in there and they'll buy like a X bottle that was like $49.99 2 years ago, and I don't want to call brands out, that are now like $89.99.
No, you might want to call some
and
brands
I'm just
out.
like, you know, and here's, I'm going to use a great example. The old granddad reference. So remember this? So remember the old granddad picture I sent you, and I said, would you buy it for this price? No, it was $39.99, and I was like,
ridiculous.
Would you buy it? And then what did we find it for today?
$18.99.
Thank you.
$18.99.
So, friends, family, countrymen, do not. You got to speak with your wallet. Don't buy this crap. All right. If it's too much, don't let FOMO take over. Don't succumb to FOMO.
No.
Don't succumb to FOMO. I see a bush
Did you
light.
hear it when I cracked it? It said bush.
Yeah. Do you think we could get away with showing the commercial for our famous?
No, you can't do it.
We can't.
No, we would get hit with so much copyright bullcrap.
I really wanted to just watch.
I know. You should YouTube old Bush Light commercials.
Yeah. So there's an awesome 1970s Bush commercial where
they're
they're
really
like,
good.
Bush have the
snap
drink
into a fresh
Bush.
And it like
you just gotta watch it. Bush, you guys had marketing down back then. Like you guys were just winners. He just poured the Bush Light. I'm gonna crack one here. I'm gonna crack it.
No, don't crack it unless you want to freedom funnel it.
I'm not gonna freedom funnel, but I'll drink it with you. I'll
well,
do it.
I'm gonna do this towards the end.
It.
Towards the end.
I'm
still waiting for somebody to say I'll give the Barrel Buddies $20 in the super chat. It could happen.
It's not happening. That's okay because I'll give you 20 once we.
I know.
I'll give you 20 to
give ourselves around $20. So that's the news. What do you think? I listen.
Oh, hey,
I'm not going to give you the stories. 5.
I have quick.
I don't want to give you the other 5 in the finished barrels. Go to Forbes.com and check out that article.
Yeah.
But those are the 5 straight bourbon whiskey finalists. How do you feel about those?
100%. But can I go over some?
I like
stories?
Those. Yeah,
2 quick stories.
Talk to us.
First of all, if you watched,
that's a big release.
Hold on. If you watched last week's show, I mentioned getting hold of the new Maker's Mark barrel stave blend.
Can't find it anywhere.
Heart Cellar. People are losing their minds. They're saying Cocoa Krispies. They're saying it's like Tootsie Roll. You got to be on the lookout for it. Maker's Mark Heart Cellar. It's their new stave edition bottle, but just look for Heart Cellar, like a human heart. Go find it. Go get it. People are losing their minds. This is like the bottle. It's just like the Cellar release they did last year. People going crazy, FOMO, losing their minds. Please go look for it. If you can get it, I think it's like $70. You gotta buy it. It is a must buy. The second release that's out there, E.H. Taylor is releasing finally, after months and months and months of speculation, their barrel proof rye whiskey. So keep an eye out for it. It is not Thomas Handy distillate because it's a high rye mash bill. And
what is it?
We don't know what it is. But anyways, people are already losing their minds. They're saying that it's another awesome release. MSRP is supposed to be $79.99, but you know how that works. 63% out of Buffalo Trace. And E.H. Taylor. And here's the thing. E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Bourbon is it's in my top 3 of my top favorite bourbons of all time. So please keep an eye out for it. And then my last piece of news is just a funny story. Is that out of Polk County, Florida. A Florida deputy, police deputy, was arrested for DUI after drinking 3 full coffee mugs of whiskey before his shift.
Wait, 3 full coffee mugs of whiskey?
I just want to tell you guys, drink responsibly.
I'm sorry, a cop was arrested for drinking 3 full coffee mugs of whiskey
before his shift.
Prior
it was
to
caught on
his
camera.
shift.
Because it was it sounds like right out of Super Troopers, right? Like it's like
no, I hope he had the coffee mug that said it's probably whiskey.
Patrick Curry.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining, man.
I want to shout out to
Top Feed Sheriff Grady Judd. Right.
I got Jim Greeley joining us and Drew.
Oh, very cool.
I just went live on our Instagram. We want to remind you to follow us on our Instagram.
Yes, and guys,
the Barrel Buddies.
Please, YouTube. Tell them, get on YouTube at the Barrel Buddies. We have our live show. We've been hanging out with the
Freedom
Chad,
Funnel.
and you're about to Freedom Funnel.
Brought to Freedom Funnel a new.
He went live on
Light
Instagram.
Peach.
Bush Light Peach. I'm gonna join you, and I will shotgun it. I will do my best to drink it as you.
You can't shotgun that. You already opened it.
Well, I'm not gonna crack it open and spray it all
Happy
over our
4th of July,
I'm not gonna spray it over
everybody.
our tens of dollars worth of equipment here.
No, we've got hundreds of dollars of equipment
Not anymore.
for our tens of followers.
We're working on it for our tens of followers. So cheers. Here we go.
Ah, that is delightful. You should have Freedom Funneled it.
No, it's too carbonated.
You should have Freedom Funneled it. It was delightful. Wow, I will buy a case of that. I think a case of Bush Light right now, Bush Light Peach is $9.99. That is delicious.
This isn't bad, guys.
Oh no, it's delicious. You should have Freedom Funneled it.
If I was at the pool and I had a beverage,
the Freedom Funnel.
and you need to save a couple bucks. Think about it. Like this
Ooh, that's
economy's dog shit right now.
tasty.
And if you guys are out there, you can get a 12-pack of this for $10.
So good. That was
What's
so
what's
good.
this ringing in at? This is coming in at.
What's the percentage on this?
I'm trying to find it.
I bet just 4%.
It says light lager with natural flavors, which means it's not a malt liquor.
It's not a malt liquor. It's a
Wow.
beer.
Hold on, I'm working on it.
Pardon me.
I don't know, man. I'm not getting an ABV on here,
Woo.
which might means it's under 3.2. Is it like near beer?
It could be near beer.
I think it's near beer.
Doesn't matter. It was
Let's just Google it. Let's
delicious.
just Google it.
That was delightful.
So Top Feed says next time we need to drop a Tums in it before we chug it, dude. I hear you, man.
Ugh.
You have no idea. I'm there.
I don't think we need to do that, Top Feed. I don't think I got to drop a Tums in that.
Oh, 4.1%.
See, I told you 4%.
4.1 is
4%.
good, dude. This is solid. Like
That's
I'm not a Bush
pool-
fan.
that's
and
a
this
pool
has,
pounder.
And it has good.
That's a pool pounder.
This is a pool pounder. This is an outdoors.
that's
I'm going
good.
on a hike in the morning.
That's good.
You crack open a bush peach, and this is what you walk
Delish.
with on the
I
trail.
take that. No, I take that fishing. That's a fishing beer. That's a pool pounder beer.
This is a pool pounder. Like I will be out in my pool tomorrow. No, the peach is not strong. Jeremy's asking if the peach taste is strong. Not at all, dude.
It's
light
not.
peach.
It's not like a kilt lifter peach
No, it's
or
very subtle.
Four Peaks. The Four Peaks peach.
Yeah,
It's
but
not like that.
So it's subtle
No.
enough to where it just kind of subdues the kind of not great bush flavor, and it's decent.
I thought it was very tasty.
Like I want this more. If it was cold, it's not really that cold.
It could have been colder.
Colder.
It was very chuggable.
Put it in a koozie, and I think you got a pool pounder.
I think I will swing by and pick up a
Dude,
12-pack of that. $9.99 at your local liquor store.
If I was hosting a pool party, which I will be soon, well, probably tomorrow, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. So
I Kill Baby Seals 83. Thanks for joining us for that. I just had to shout you out because that is an epic handle.
Hey, so why don't we talk about what we got coming up? We actually got like a show going now.
We've got
We've
listen,
wrapped, even though we're an hour in, but we got a lot of people.
we got
here.
all the thank you.
I don't
want
want
to
to like end the show. I want to keep going.
I don't want
Can
to.
we keep going?
Yeah, we can keep going. We can keep going for a little bit. We're going to continue this path of pre-mixed cocktails.
Yeah, hold on. So hey, if you were here for the Glenlivet review, buzz off. If you're just rewatching it, we're done. We gave you the review.
We were reviewing.
We're
the
recommending you go
Glenlivet
get it.
pre-mixed cocktails.
Now I think we have a really good audience. We're going to
Tasty.
keep shooting the breeze. So if you want to stick around on the replay and you're like, finally, these guys gave me. You're not some that incel watching it where you're like, I want these guys to get to the review. Like we're done with the review. Buzz off. Now we're gonna just hang out and shoot the breeze.
So we like these Glenlivet pre-mixed cocktails. These were really tasty. These were very, very good.
Yeah. No.
Again, I think
this is my first time having the Bush Light Peach.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Where did these guys get
That
from?
Bush Light Peach scores as high as Natter Days did when I first had a Natter Days. The
This
pink
is
lemonade.
dangerously drinkable.
It's tasty.
Like
That's a tasty Bush.
dangerously chuggable too.
Heyo.
And then it says, check the bottom of the can. So, get the wow. No, that's when it expires, not when it was brewed. So it's
Mine is too wavy.
November 24. So we're good. It's freshy.
See, I'm not drunk. It's just wavy.
No, it is wavy. Mine was wavy. Plus, Bush has been around for what, 60 years? Since the 70s? Bush. These are on the come up, dude. Lagers are huge right now. Anybody that's into beers,
If you like a
lagers,
crispy boy,
Pilsners,
yeah,
crispy
crispy
boys
are good.
That's the hype.
They're
Like,
very tasty.
even though beer is dead, people are super into lagers and pilsners. Yeah, definitely.
So we'll probably just at this point, I'll probably edit this all out. But if you want to hang out with us, ask us questions, chat it up.
Yeah, go to the chat. Let's know what you guys are drinking. You better be drinking. If you guys, I'm sure 90% of you are off tomorrow, being the 4th of July.
Let's hope so.
I hope. Yeah, I hope so.
Who's grilling some glizzies tomorrow?
Yeah, who's? By the way, we know where the best glizzies have. If you need to buy, I need to throw this out.
You got to throw it out there. This was a big deal.
This was a huge discovery, friends.
It
all right?
was.
We're going to throw out a mini review. Sam's Club.
I never thought I'd say this. I never thought I'd back you up on this.
Sam's Club. I think it's what's their brand at Sam's Club?
Sam's Club.
It's not Members Mark, is it? Or is that
not? No.
Yeah, it is. It's Members Mark.
No, I thought that Members Mark. Nope. I thought Members Mark was Smart and Final.
That's not Costco.
Smart and Final was Members Mark.
No. Sam's Club is Members Mark.
Oh,
let's look it up.
I stand corrected if that's true.
Sam's Club Members Mark. I think it's Members Mark. Yep, Members Mark products.
Members Mark products. Okay, Members Mark hot dogs.
Members Mark hot
all
dogs. All beef hot dogs are the best
good
hot dogs that I have had in.
Those are damn good.
In the longest time. I don't know what to say.
So Drew,
I'm gonna pull them up.
Drew, I know you're watching right now.
Yeah, we had them.
Those were damn good hot dogs.
I need to find out
first of all, they were like as big around as this bottle.
They were enormous.
They were so big, and they had you said it. You said they've got a snap, and they do have a snap.
They do. I'm going to show you guys.
Even though I don't think they're natural casings, they do have a snap.
Here, these are what you need to be on the lookout for.
They're very good.
The Members Mark quarter-pound beef franks.
Yeah, those were good.
12 count for $10.48. These are one of the best hot dogs I've ever had.
I agree. For store-bought hot dogs,
it's insane.
Those were good dogs.
Like, I can't tell you. And they don't have them. I checked. They're not at Walmart. You got to go to Sam's Club for this. Most of you guys have a Sam's Club. These are gnarly. These are amazing. Like,
those were good.
I don't know what else to say, but I'm going to tell you right now, those are one of the best.
It definitely had me going, why does Costco not sell their own hot dogs?
That's the thing. So I think they do, but I don't know what they call them.
No, I don't think they do.
They're not like Kirkland all beef hot dogs.
Never seen this before.
Huh. Sam's, on the other hand, they got a winner because we had those at Drew's for his birthday. Oh, boy.
Killer.
Those are killer. He's on Instagram.
Yeah, he's on right now. What up, Drew?
Man? We have our Instagram going. Top Feed saying his Instagram audio only. It's only his browser. No, you got to go on mobile. You're probably not getting video on desktop.
That's weird.
No, on desktop, you're probably not going to get the live feed. I've tried that before, and it's
problems. Just my face. You don't want to see just my face.
Yeah, it's just him talking to.
If you're watching YouTube, then you're seeing it.
If anything, we want to get the Insta people over to YouTube.
Yeah.
To talk in the chat with the whole crew. So just food for thought.
Hey, Zach Dial just joined us over on YouTube. Hey,
Zachy,
Lane Ravens.
Yeah,
and Top Feed and I Kill Baby Seals. We do love you. I Kill Baby Seals. I love that.
Hey,
handle.
So anything we want to talk about in the kind of the Las Vegas happenings?
So we were talking about what was upcoming, and so I did want to talk about what was upcoming. We're going to continue this premix cocktail show because the question is,
what do we got?
Does anybody make Zach says more Freedom Funnel? More dollars, and we will do more Freedom Funnel.
We already said you gotta donate 20 in super chat on YouTube.
I would Black Tuesday a Freedom Funnel. I would Freedom Funnel a Black Tuesday rather, but I need dollars to do that. I would do that.
You would like. That's not healthy.
But I need dollars to do that. Also, do you see? Does anybody see my OnlyFans ring light in the reflection of my glasses?
Yes, friends. We went to Temu and spent a whopping $50
cents. 50 cents on a ring light so that you could see our faces.
We will one of these days get a camera, but the camera that we want is very expensive.
I think this looks really good. I think we look better. I think our front here does not look really great.
Huge help because over the past couple of weeks
we've looked a little
pissing and moaning because we had that overhead light and it makes us all look terrible.
Yeah,
because the light kind of looks down on us and it makes our faces look very ghostish,
washed out.
But this kind of gives you a natural vivid, kind of a natural vivid color.
I
looks
wish it
beautiful.
wasn't just
Yeah.
white. I wish it was a warm light so that it would saturate us a little bit.
I like this. I think
Okay.
it's good for the products that we're showing off because then people kind of get the exact color of what it is. If it was more of a natural tone, yellow, you wouldn't be able to really see like that caramel color. You know,
That's
like
fair. That's fair. So,
what you can really get. Yeah,
upcoming. We're gonna
yes,
stay in
upcoming
this.
shows.
We found by Bullet.
Hold on a second because this is a great question.
Oh.
Apologies. Top Feed asks, are we going to see the UFC at the Sphere? Dana White guaranteed it's going to be the greatest sporting event in history. So we just watched the fight the other night.
Those were good
We have a
fights.
huge
great
fandom in our
fights.
inner
Those were
circle
great
that loves
fights.
UFC. We've heard the rumblings at the Sphere. Here's the thing, man. We already know those tickets are going to be gone
stupid.
before we're not even going to be able to get.
It's going to be stupid.
We'll be able to watch it. We'll all watch it. We'll all watch it live on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But to get a ticket to be there is going to be next to impossible.
I don't know that it's going to be next to impossible. We might get invited. I'm definitely going to push. I'm going to push the invite.
Yeah, we're in the industry, so like
I'm going to push the invite.
So we might be able to get an invite, but I'm okay either way because I've seen you two there. The Sphere movie, it's amazing.
Yeah, you saw Postcards from Earth.
Crazy. Yeah, it's kind of corny.
I saw Dead and Company there.
Oh, and how was that?
Listen, I'm not a deadhead.
I thought so.
But I could be.
Those are the balls, Jackie.
I could be a deadhead.
After watching the show live.
I was blown away.
Really? Like it's that amazing? Talk to us about like the screen. Is it just crazy?
Yeah,
you know,
it's insane. It's insane.
From the YouTube. But I'm gonna pull up a YouTube.
The Dead and Company show was amazing. It's one of the better concerts I've been to. Yeah. I like John Mayer. I'm not afraid. I'm very comfortable in my sexuality to say that I like John Mayer. Right. I think he's an incredible musician. He's a garbage human being.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. I know you watch the show. But he is an incredible human being or a credible musician.
Sure.
Garbage human. And 4 hours of just picking guitar, picking jazz. I mean, he's like the second coming. I'm gonna make some people pissed. He's kind of like the second coming of.
Okay, can I share this
out?
Just share. I don't know where you're going with this. I'm going to show you. This is part.
It was a good show. That's all I'm going to say.
Here's a clip of you two at the Sphere here in Las Vegas. We're going to share it out. Right, I got the audio.
I don't know that we can do this.
We can because it's you two. It shows they're getting credit for it.
Okay,
we're just showing a replayed video
for the Dead Co show.
I don't know. I think
it was amazing.
I think that Dead and Co. If you're not doing whippets,
I wasn't doing whippets.
No, but I'm saying if you are, that's the only way people will enjoy it. I think
Listen, that was a very smoky show.
I'm sure it was.
It was a smoky show.
Brass tack it. There's like a 5% audience out there that.
I disagree.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree.
And the cocktails were good. So I'm going to tell you this. There's some things. So I was in a private suite for that night.
That's totally different experience, right? Like, here's the thing. Joe Rando.
I was in a private suite for
Gen
that.
Xer isn't going to be like, you know what, guys? Let's go see Dead and Company tonight. They have no interest.
No, all the Gen Xers were at Dead and Co.
What was the median age at Dead and Co?
50 or 60?
70.
No, actually, and there was a lot of young people.
I don't believe this.
No, it was shocking.
I don't believe
Jimmy,
this.
It was shocking. The number of young people. Amanda and I were like, oh my God, there's actually a lot of young people. Because I said, oh, it's all going to be a bunch of old boomers.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't. And
as an Oregon Trail millennial, we're not into it. You are. But
I'm going to tell you right now,
like
if you would have been with
minority.
me, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I'm not a deadhead, but I've listened to more Grateful Dead in the last 2 weeks than I ever have in my life. Ever. Because I was like, how have I never listened to this music? This is so good. It's pre-Dave Matthews, Dave Matthews.
Okay, I will accept that.
It's pre-Dave Matthews, Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
I do like that analogy.
If you like Dave Matthews Band, you would like the Grateful
Dead. And I
Dead.
do. Crazy Game, when I was saying OAR, it's not Crazy Game of Poker. But like, yeah, all of
Touch of
Madison
Gray.
Square Garden's Dave Matthews Band, DMB, is fantastic. Red Rocks. So I was fortunate enough to see him at Red Rocks.
Every time I bought tickets to DMB, I have never been able to make the show.
That's
I
unfortunate.
buy tickets and then I never get to go.
Yeah. Yep. Toppy says the tickets are probably $3,000 a piece. I'll watch it with you guys if you stream it.
Here's this.
Can you tell us, not without giving too much away? Where's it expensive?
Again,
tickets?
I don't want to say a lot, but the Dead and Co tickets I did not pay for.
No, that's fair. But
I got
those
for the Eagles tickets. So Eagles tickets typically go for $700 to $1,200 a ticket. I got my tickets for $500 a piece. So yeah, I spent through the nose on these tickets.
Here's the thing.
I'm also at a place in my life where I can do that.
Right. And I don't know Eagles much except Hotel California. I don't know what else they sing. So
Witchy Woman.
Oh yeah, Witchy Woman. Okay. Again, it's is that worth $500?
I was standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
You ready for a bold statement?
A fine sight to see.
You ready for a bold statement?
What?
I would rather pay VIP for Mark Rebele for $500.
I would
than
too.
Pay $500 to go see the Eagles.
But somebody's going to be in China, and I don't get to go see that show now.
I'm just telling you. I'm just saying that's what I would do.
Somebody's
I would rather put that money towards somebody
gonna
who's
be in
amazing
China
right now than has-beens. So anyway, they're not has-beens. This is such a heated
There's some
debate.
Dead guys.
I know. I don't know. I don't think they're that relevant anymore. And I'm sure there's so many people that would argue with me.
That's the thing. They're
here's
nostalgic.
what I love about this.
I agree. They're nostalgic.
We're having
that's
a
why
great
I'm excited
debate
to see
because
it.
you're pro and I'm against, and I think we have a really good back and forth.
Listen, Lebowski, I get it.
Yeah.
You hate the Eagles, man.
Hate the Eagles, man. It's Credence. Give me that CCR as he's pounded on the roof.
Hey, man. Can you just turn it off? I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
I hate the Eagles, man. Can you put on some Credence or something? Anyway, that's our show. I think we're gonna wrap it.
I think
we're an hour and almost 20 minutes. I think this is one of our longest.
I'm gonna have to edit this.
At one point, we had 18 people watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll give you a thank you for that.
And now we've kind of dwindled dozen to our normal half dozen, which we love you all to death. And
thank you
all who have been watching us for years. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it
dearly. We have exceeded. We have what? We were over 15,000 followers on YouTube, by the way. So yeah, thank you.
Don't forget to
and shout out to the 15,000 that are following.
Yeah,
us.
And please don't forget to like.
I know
subscribe,
this is the spiel.
And
share it
and
to your
follow.
feed. It's all helps.
Share if you've already done those things. Just share it to a
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
See if they would be willing to follow, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell.
Yeah, just say, hey, follow these randos. Leave a comment is huge. If you just say, hey, the show was great tonight, literally that.
As we have learned, you don't watch it for the content. You watch it for us, and we appreciate that.
I would agree.
We just try to keep the content relevant. What do you think of this new lighting?
Dude, the new lighting's great. It's a little.
I think this looks really good.
So here's what I like. Full disclosure, we're gonna have to get another tripod, and it's propped up because I think we get a little washed
we need to
out.
Shine down. A little bit.
The products that we're showing to our friends out there are a little washed out, and I want to fix that. And I think we'll hone in on it. Plus, we are working on a new camera. I'm trying to.
We just got to pick the right one. When we say we're trying to,
no.
It's not that
I know our model. I know our model. So
we're not poor. We're just working on it.
Here's the thing: the Canon R8 is.
Well, then maybe we are poor.
We're poor. It's $1,100, I think. So I'm trying to wheel and deal. I have alerts on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
Offer up. Just trying to find one locally because it's Vegas. If you just keep your ear to the ground, there's deals falling.
Can I ask a real question
all the time?
I have a real question for you.
Yeah.
When are we going to open that Rock Hill Farms estate?
That's coming. When we get back into bourbon, it'll be a big show. We're doing pre-mixed cocktails for a couple of weeks, but then we're going to jump right back into bourbon soon.
And that Found North.
Yeah, we have some big bottles.
That Elmer T. Lee.
We do have a big bottle.
And that Black Tuesday Fortified.
Well, you didn't open that the other day, by the way, over the weekend.
I brought it for Drew.
Well, it's here at the house. He brought it to me at Curry's the other day. So
I saw that bottle and was like, "Did you get another one? Are they multiplying?"
No, that's your bottle, and I don't know.
Yes.
I think that could be gone. But we'll see. Anyway,
I think we're gonna open it next,
potentially. Anyway, for
America.
the Barrel Buddies, I'm Jimmy.
And I'm BJ. We'll see you next week.
Happy 4th of July. Caw-caw. Fireworks. Just be careful out there. Don't burn anything on fire. But
America.
Burn a hole in whatever
you're
doing to celebrate our independence of this amazing country. And that's all we got for you guys. Good night, Top Feed. We'll see you later. Uncle P, everybody else, Jackie, Drew, Jeremy, all you guys, Patrick Curry. We will see you guys next week. Take care. Adios.
Until then.